Good evening, everyone. I think we should get started. We're at 5 o'clock, and we'd like to start on time around here. My name is John Tierney, and I am the director of the Piscataway Township Department of Parks and Recreation, and it is my honor to welcome everyone here today for the first of what should be two great basketball games. This game featuring the 6th grade championship game between the Lakers and the Bulls. Before we get started, I have to introduce the man who made this whole place possible for us to be here today. And he does everything he can for Parks and Recreation in this town. And I'm proud that I work for him, the Honorable Mayor Brian Waller.
Good evening, Piscataway! All right, I just want to let all the little athletes here that are going to be playing for the championship, please cherish the moment right here. I can remember when I was playing in the championship game back in the 70s in the old Newmarket gym, and I still remember that game very vividly, Coach Darius. But please, to all the parents, if you haven't gotten a chance to take a look at the building, feel free to stop by on any given day to get a tour of this. It's a great facility. The Y folks do a great job here. This is a building meant for many generations and many people in here. And we want it, this is your building, this is your house. Please enjoy it. And to the coaches, thank you for volunteering here coaching. It's not easy. We all have busy lives out there, but I like to thank the volunteer coaches here, not only here at the basketball program, but for all of our sports, because they have families too, and they're giving up their valuable time to coach these young kids out here. And I want to let's give the refs a thanks. They're going to let the kids play today, right, refs? Well, let's not go there. But anyway, and I want to thank our Piscataway High School coach, Darius Griffin, for being here also today. And he's also a color commentator today, too. So this is taped on PCTV. And last but not least, I want to introduce our Councilman Frank Kern from Ward 1, who's right there with our colleagues. And I would like, if you could indulge me for a few seconds, a moment of silence for the late Councilman Jim Bullard. And the reason why we're doing the moment of silence is because Councilman Bullard was very instrumental in working with the rec programs for about 30 years here at Piscataway Township. He was a volunteer coach, and he did a lot both in baseball, basketball, primarily baseball. But he really was involved in the rec youth lives here in our community. So if everybody can give us a moment of silence. Well, thank you, and I want to make sure, I want these kids to enjoy the game and just remember Jim Bullard, because he would love seeing the kids have smiles on their faces here tonight. So John, I'm going to turn the mic back over to you for the team introductions.
Thank you, Mayor, and with that, let's get the team introductions underway so we can get to playing. We'll introduce the Lakers first. Head coached by Brock Monday, assisted by Daniel Borg and Marcus Jackson. Okay, number 1, Justin Williams. Number 2, Landon Krushnek. Number 3, Heidi Mohammed. Number 5, Ryan Tron. Number 7, Jared Mondesir. Number 8, Mason Lamort. Number 9, Michael Foya. Number 10, Aaliyah Johnson. And number 11, Darsh Ashir. And And now for the Bulls, head coached by Quentin Spotwood and assisted by Gerald Charles. Number 1, Jacob Lopez. Number 2, Isaiah Abdullah. Number 3, Chaz Spotwood. Number 8, Dominique Charles. Number 9, Cameron Giles. Number 11, Landon Houston. Number 12, Gerald Charles. Okay, we're ready to start. And I want to introduce the front table here. We've got our TV crew, Darius Griffin and Rico Hernandez. We've got Jeff Fields on the scoreboard and Rachel Herping handling the books for us. All right, teams, are we ready? Yes. Let's do it.
Welcome, Rico. Welcome to the 2023 Piscataway Recreation 6th, 7th grade championship game.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Early?
It's a pleasure to be here. These two teams worked extremely hard to get here, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they perform tonight.
Awesome.
Keep going that way, right? Going that way.
All right, here we go. You got number 3, Chaz Spotwood. He's come down.
Missed the tough shot. Very athletic young man, that Chaz Spotwood.
Just
Nice rebound.
yes.
There he goes.
Mr. Spotwood again.
Good look ahead.
It's really amazing how these kids how they develop, and this league has been going for so many years. I think that the recreation department does a super job in running this league, and the parents who volunteer, the coaches who volunteer, is very important.
I tell you, these coaches put a lot of time into this, and it's rewarding. It's good to see. I mean, a lot of wars for you on these sidelines, right?
Yeah, exactly, Rico. You got Justin Williams here. Look like he's running the point guard.
Okay.
Takes a shot.
Nice shot.
It's a
Classic mistake, coach. You never leave the man with the ball. Everybody ran to their man and forgot the most dangerous guy on the floor.
He seems like he's playing with a lot of confidence, and he really wants to show what he can do.
Absolutely.
You got Chaz Spotwood going to the basket hard.
Tough kid. He's a Piscataway Chief Pop Warner football player,
Nice.
so he's very tough.
Nice.
Not afraid of contact.
You can actually tell that,
Yes.
right? You got Landon Houston taking the ball out.
Landon pushed it. Nice little spin. Oh, that's that Spotwood kid, coach. Oh!
I tell you, Spotwood has a lot of talent. He seems like he's know exactly what he's doing out there.
I tell you, he's a super athletic young man, and he's tough as nails, coach.
Justin, Chaz, you're on net.
He had a great deal to do with the win in the semifinals against a team that many people
Really?
thought was
Okay.
going to win this tournament.
You know, it's amazing how you only really need one kid to really control an offense. You know, I'm watching the NCAA tournament, and I see Kansas State, and they
that
have
point
this
guard is a
guard.
dynamo, isn't he?
It's amazing how he controlled the whole game, but that's the same thing you have here.
Ice Water goes to the line and just drills them both, makes a great defensive play, and gives his team 2 points on the foul line. You can pick it up, young man. You can pick it up. Good rotation down on that defensive play. Here he goes. Oh, good look ahead. Good job. Oh, they got a jump ball on that, coach.
That was a great pass.
It was, oh, man, head up the whole time.
Yeah.
Seeing the floor. Can't say nothing but great things about young Spotswood. Got a little top trap going on.
Yeah, the ball's playing a 2-2-3 zone, looks like.
Yep. Whoa. Little nickel and dimer right there up top.
Look like the Lakers are going to have to rely on some outside shooting with that zone, but we'll see what happens.
Yep. They got to just try to move that ball and not let it stick. I think that's one of your terms, Coach. Don't let that ball stick,
Don't
right?
let it stick. Isaiah Dula playing the point guard here.
That trap is giving the Lakers problems.
Correct.
A little too aggressive up top, though.
You know, Coach Brock Monday and Coach Quentin Spotswood, I know that they've put a lot of time into these kids, and this has to be such a high moment for them to be playing in the championship game.
Absolutely. Oh, tough defense. Here he goes, Coach. Here he goes. Oh, missed one there.
Great rebound there.
Another offensive rebound. Lakers got to box out better. Okay. See what
Dominique Charles is trying to be a big person on the boards for them tonight.
that trap is. His Spotswood again, Coach. I don't know. Seemed like some contact on that, right?
Well, the refs are going to let them play.
Yep. Championship game.
There you go. Got a jump ball here.
Oh, we got a travel. Wow.
Cameron Giles.
And here we go with the subs, the 4-minute mark, 3-minute mark in the
so
5th and 6th grade division. Every 3 minutes, subs come in.
So is it every 3 minutes they have to bring in subs?
Yes, every 3 minutes.
That's throughout the game.
Throughout the game, yes, except for the 4th quarter. They're allowed to do free play in the 4th quarter.
All right, for the Lakers right now, you have Mason Lamont in the game playing the point guard. He's a bigger kid.
Secure the ball. Oh, we got to travel. Timeout on the floor.
Darsha Asher, he's a 5th grader. He's a great little offensive piece. He just took that shot there. Maybe he's a natural shooter, and that's why he's coming in looking to shoot.
He didn't waste any time, did he?
we both seen those kind of kids before.
I don't know. I tell you,
Excuse me.
You see it a lot going through the high school, I'm sure. But how do you feel about that when a kid doesn't go up and down a couple of times and
It's
he grabs
tough.
it and he just
It's tough. It's tough because you want kids to be thinking deep defense first, and it's hard to come off the bench and just stroke it up without getting in the flow of things.
into the flow. Now, unless your name is Vinnie Johnson and you're the microwave, you don't need to warm up because you come in hot.
Exactly.
Maybe that's what we got over there, this young fella. We'll see, Coach.
These coaches know each other, right? I mean, they certainly know their players.
Listen, they've been coaching them since before Christmas.
Yeah.
This has been a long journey for this
Absolutely.
recreation league here in Piscataway.
Absolutely.
This kid's been waiting for this opportunity to play at this YMCA today.
It's a beautiful facility.
Amazing.
Man.
Oh, what a nice little move. He lost it on the crossover, though.
Jump ball again.
So far to me, Coach, it looks like these Bulls got a next level of aggression going on.
Yeah. No, you're right, Rico.
I tell you, the Lakers have got to do a better job boxing out, or this is going to be a long night for them.
Looks like the Bulls are trying to extend the zone out further.
Yes, they are. Nice look. Nice snap. Oh, got to make the money, sir. Oh, good look. I tell you, he does a good job keeping that head up, doesn't he?
That last basket for the Bulls was made by Gerald Charles. He seems to be the man in the middle there trying to eat up space. And
He is the enforcer. Here's Spotswood again. Good hustle. It's good defensive hustle to make that a tougher shot than I'm sure he thought it would be. Nice finish on his part.
very active player. I mean, he's involved with everything that's happening. Foul is on Jacob Lopez. It looked like a little reach there, Jacob Lopez.
Yeah, wait too far away from the basket to get that cheeky.
Score is 8-2, favors the Bulls.
Nice tough matchup here. Tough shot there. Good move by Mason. And here come the Bulls again. They seem a little fired up, their coach today.
Yeah, it seems like the Lakers really need Mason Lamont at the court. He seems very comfortable running the court.
He's a very confident basketball player, makes a lot of shots for them. They're really going to need him to step up to get them back in this game before it gets out of hand.
And he's tall. He has the size, so that zone doesn't really affect him as much as someone smaller.
Very heady. He doesn't put that ball right on the floor when he catches it. He kind of reads the defense a little bit and knows what he's doing before he makes a move. There you go.
On the line now is number 3, Hande Muhammad. He's a 6th grader. He has a good pump fake, and the coach says that he has a great dribble move. He's aware that he needs to be on the court on both sides of the ball. Decent shooter.
That's clutch. They really needed some points, and he delivered at the foul line, coach.
Now it looked like you got the Lakers in a 1-2-2, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit. They're trying to put some pressure out here. Let's see how Spot. Oh, what a move there. Crossover.
We got 43 seconds left in the first quarter.
Nice look again. Look at him. I think
Great pass by Spotswood again into Charles.
I think that's what they call a floor gentleman.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Rico. You are exactly right. And he's got the bigs inside. Charles, this is the second top basket Charles has made. He's really very active inside.
Yes, he is.
And uses his height.
Yes, he does. What I liked about that play, coach, he caught it and went up. He didn't put it on the floor.
Very true. Very true. And that's very common with most players, even high school kids.
He is an active little guy over there.
Seems like Chaz Spotswood, he's like giving everything he has. He want to make sure his team has the best opportunity to win this game.
That matchup again, coach.
Yeah.
Very good handling.
Yeah. And the Bulls have some length on the wings there, so even if they throw those lob passes, it's causing problems.
Causing problems. They're very active in the passing lanes.
Great pass.
The ball movement. Draws the foul.
Jared Mondesir.
There you go, coach.
5th grader, very talented, needs to be polished, athletic and strong when driving to the hoop. The coach says that he's a huge spark off the bench all season for them.
It seems like it. It seems like this substitution, this group that just came in at the 3-minute mark is helping the Lakers get back in this game.
I agree. It seems like that second group has a lot more height and size, and it's amazing what size can do.
Yeah, especially when one of those guys is handling the ball up top at the point guard.
Right, very true. Great look. Chaz Spotwood. What a great look inside to Dominic Charles. That was a great look for a point guard. You see how he just drove down there, head up the whole time,
I
and
tell
he
you,
would have passed the ball.
He's put a lot of work and effort. You know, I have the I have the honor of coaching this kid sometimes during the
Yes.
week at the RGK program, and he's been putting a lot of time and effort into his ball handling. He was always the kid that focused on football, and now
Correct.
he's starting to fall in love with basketball a little bit, and you can see the improvement in just 1 year. It's amazing. He keeps his head up and just finds his open men,
Yes.
shares the ball.
Yes.
Can't ask for anything better. That first quarter, he did everything that a coach would want a point guard to do.
Without
on
a
both
question.
ends of the court.
Without a question. And he's a very unselfish player.
Very.
You know, it's not, you know, sometimes you see these players and it's all about them and they want to try to see, you know, how many points can I score. It's almost like he's not even interested in scoring. He's interested more in getting his teammates
It
involved.
is. You're absolutely right, and especially on this level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're sitting here in the 5th grade, 6th grade level of recreation, and you recognize you're the best player on the floor.
Correct.
It's hard to get that kid to kind of stay into the team concept and share the ball and trust his teammates, and he's doing an excellent job thus far.
So it looks like the Bulls are sticking in that 2-3 zone.
It's been effective for him so far. There's Mason, tough move.
I tell you, Mason Lamort, that size is a problem.
It is. And it looks like Brock said he wasn't going to play around in the second quarter and wait for the 3-minute mark. He's got him starting the quarter right out the gate.
Yes.
I think that's a good move by the coach.
Well, he's running the point guard for him. Then he's going inside, and I mean, I think that the Bulls got to do something to offset him because if not, he's gonna cause problems for them.
Sir. Stepped away from that line a little early on that release, coach.
Spotswood,
He's not bashful.
with the Williams, great pass, great
Look, great look
Williams in the landing, quick shake.
for the basket. Another classic mistake by the defense. 3 people ran to the ball. Nobody went and guarded the basket. Oh, what a fake! Too bad on the miss.
Williams with the ball again, nice pass again.
Stop and pop, coach. Nice under control shot over there by Landon. Looks like we got a ball game, coach. They're back in it.
Justin Williams, he's coming alive now, and he's really doing some good things out there to keep his team into this game.
He gets the timeout. Coach, what do you think about players that call that timeout this early in the game for one possession?
Well, you know what it is? I think players have to know if there's a jump ball, is the arrow facing towards them? Because a lot of times the arrow is already yours if they call a jump ball, but because you don't have knowledge that it's yours, then you waste the time out.
That in a game like this may be costly down the stretch.
Yeah, right. No, very true, Rico.
I know. It looks like that alignment that Brock went with to start this second quarter has worked wonders, and we got a 9-13 ball game, coach.
It seems like when you have Mason Lamort and Justin Williams in the game at the same time, it's really effective for them.
Yep. And then you add the little spark plug of Landon Kushank, and looks like that's affordable 5.
And right now, it looks like Justin Williams is following Chaz Spotwood.
Yes. Nice little adjustment again by Coach Block on the defensive end. There's Mason again, Coach.
That was a great adjustment. Instead of coming out in zone, Coach Brock, he came out in that man-to-man.
Absolutely.
I mean, it looks like he got Justin Williams on Chatwood Spotswood, he have him guarding him man to man. Looks like.
It looks like it put some energy into these Lakers, folks.
That was a great play by Charles again. Charles up underneath the basket. You know, he uses his strength and he carves out space, looks like.
He uses that body very well. Another one of those football traits, folks.
Yeah, you're right.
Landon rushed that shot a little bit, Coach. I don't think he had the ball before he went up with it.
Correct.
Looks like we got a sub coming in soon.
So now you got the Lakers back in there. 1-2-2 looks like.
It's amazing how young Spotswood gets into the paint pretty much at will. Next thing we got to do with him is help him finish.
Finish, correct. Or the Lakers someone's got to stand in and take some charges.
That's
because
true.
if somebody's going to drive to the basket like that, as you know, you got to be able to stop them somehow.
Got to be somebody on that help line, Coach, ready to pick him up. Very under control there by Mason. Very fortunate that pass wasn't stolen.
Right. Mason getting in the paint and the Bulls clogging it up. He ends up turning the ball over on a travel.
Crowd's getting into it. Looks like we're in for a good game here, Coach.
So now they're switched up.
Very nice ball movement right there. Ball never hit the floor. 2-pass layup. Awesome.
That was by Cameron Giles, and he's an excellent student. Hobbies outside of basketball are coding, playing video games, and listening to music, and being a good big brother.
Hey, you can tell Spotswood drills into those big guys, catch that ball and go right up. Coach Spotswood's done a great job there. Way to get after it.
Mason again, here we go.
Very under control, boys.
Yeah, he doesn't rush anything.
Charles a little over aggressive there, Coach.
Yeah.
Hey, one. David, take a breath. We got this. We need this. Wait, subs now or?
You know, when Landon comes up high, that's when he gets himself in trouble. If he stays down low, I think he's a little bit more effective. But I'm sure Coach Block knows what he's doing. And
Everyone off.
See if Landon can get up here and knock these two down.
yeah.
Get the Lakers closer in this ball game. 6-point game right now.
2:40 left in the second quarter. The Bulls has 15 versus the Lakers 9.
Come on, Landon.
And you got Landon Crunchshake at the line.
Got a nice shooter's roll on that second shot, Coach. I think somebody thought they had an and one. They didn't realize it was another shot coming. Gotta make two, young fella. Gotta make two.
Wow, what hustle. Jared Mondesir.
They're getting after it. They're getting after it.
Once again, we're at the Piscataway YMCA, very lovely building. If you've never been here, you really should come and take a look at it. What the mayor and the city council have done over the past years to plan this and put this thing together is just amazing.
I know when we first moved our family from North New Jersey out to Piscataway, and it was just a thought at the time, and everybody was eagerly awaiting it. And to see that it's finally here, and the kids are getting to play some basketball in here, and they got a great facility.
Yes.
It's just awesome. It's awesome to be a part of.
Might not come down. If you get the floor, you'd be like, what the state?
Now, several of these kids played for your RKB program.
Yeah,
correct?
the RGK Hoops
RGK.
AAU program we have in this game. We have 2 players playing in this game: Landon Kushak and Chaz Spotswood. And then later on tonight in the 7th grade game, we actually have 7 participants
Nice.
on the floor from the RGK program. So,
Nice.
it's a very proud day for me, Coach.
Yeah, that's good. That's good for you, man. I'm happy for you. But more important, I'm happy for the kids because
Absolutely.
it's always about the kids. No
Yes,
matter
sir.
what anybody say, it's never about a coach or an individual.
Absolutely. Another good hustle play. These kids are getting on that floor and scrapping tonight. Good move. That was awesome.
That was my number 1. Jacob Lopez is an honor roll student at Short Middle School. His favorite teams are the Knicks and the Jets.
I tell you, as a coach, you just love seeing a kid catch the ball, get in a proper triple threat position, and just explode by the aggressive
Yes.
defensive trap.
Yes.
So many times they catch
come
that
here.
ball, coach,
Over
and they put it right on the floor, and that just does exactly what the trap is looking
Supposed to
for.
do. Yep, you're right, Rico. So you have Mason Lamont coming back in the game. I think Coach Brock sees that his offense runs a lot more effective with a bigger point guard in there against the Bulls zone.
Absolutely. Mason is doing a good job up front, controlling the tempo against that trap and defense.
I see that Coach Brock has Justin Williams on Spotswood to slow him down some. That's a great, wow.
I tell you,
That's a great call by Coach Brock to try to put a taller player on Spotswood to slow him down a little
I
bit.
totally agree. And he did exactly what you would want a kid to do against it. He didn't stay still. He moved without the ball, got himself open, and drew a foul.
Yes.
Slid that pivot foot on that one, though, Coach. Nice little move. Too bad. Good move. And get it back on the hustle, though.
Yes.
Another offensive rebound. And here's Spotswood in the action once again.
Looks like he's in trouble there. Spotswood made the dribble down a little bit
A little too deep. Yep. But nowhere to go.
Correct.
And the defense bails him out with the foul when they had him trapped.
I know that drives a coach crazy, right? When all you got to do is just be a little bit more patient.
Biggest headache in the world.
Yes. Yes. Oh, a little bit too many steps there for number 2, Isaiah Abdullah.
He was eager to get to the bucket on that one. Picked that pivot foot up a little too quickly.
Now you got Justin Williams and Mason Lamont.
This lineup has been very challenging for the Bulls. Good rebound.
Chaz Pop once again, nice.
You know what? He didn't make that shot, but I thought that was a great
Right play.
decision.
That was the right play. He was under control. Nice steal there.
Nice. Mason rotated down nicely on that play.
Great pass.
Good pass
Williams
ahead.
goes up. Wow.
Another good move here. Good defense, though.
Great.
Good hustle. That looked like a breakaway layup, didn't it?
Yeah.
I thought that was a guaranteed layup, and here comes Spotswood
Yes.
out of nowhere. Good hustle. But down on the other end, great offensive move, but better defense to get the block. That was a great little.
It's amazing how Spotswood he's trying to contribute on both ends of the floor. It's not about the offensive with him. You love a kid like that. He just wants to win.
Absolutely. Guys are hustling and they're fighting for every inch out here. Championship basketball. Can't ask for nothing better.
All right, Rico, we looks like we have 10 seconds left here. It's the Bulls ball. Now, they can't press full court, right? Because they have to wait till the player is over half court.
Yep. At this level, they make them wait till you cross half court.
Spotswood goes up for the... Spotswood went up for the layup and just didn't have enough to get that ball up higher.
Couldn't get it up on the backboard. He did everything the coach asked him to do on that. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the finish.
Well, it's been a very entertaining first half. The fans are into it, as you can hear.
Championship atmosphere, March Madness. Here we go in Piscataway.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
I tell you, Coach, you got to be excited as the CEO of basketball in Piscataway, looking at these young kids that could be the future of your program one day.
Well, I tell you, I am, and it's people like you and others who work hard to develop these kids. It's unfortunate that as you get in a high school, the competition becomes so heavy that you have to end up cutting some of these kids.
Yep.
And it's very unfortunate, but as you know, basketball isn't like football or soccer.
10 spots.
Right.
10, 12 spots. 5 people can play at a time only.
But I just want these kids to realize that a lot of times they only want to put in the amount of time at practice, but you know from coaching, it's the kids who put in the time outside of your normal 1 to 2 hour practices that really develop. And unfortunately, you got to do that these days because so many kids are so talented.
Absolutely. You know, that's one of our biggest stress points. We practice 3 to 4 days a week. If you want to be that next level player, you're not going to be better just working out when you're with us. You got to take this home and do these drills when you're by yourself, because unlike a lot of sports, basketball is the only sport you can work on by yourself. Other than golf, as somebody corrected me before. If you're the Lakers, you gotta be happy where you are. You started off really slow. Seems like they started the game a little tense, but they've gotten comfortably back into this game, and it looks like they're ready to play now. So,
well, I think that the coaches they realize that having Justin Williams up top guarding Spotswood, sort of like slowing him down a little bit, that helps out a lot, and also having Mason Lamore running the point. He seems he's always under control and he kind of knows what he wants to do.
Very heady kid. Seems to always make the right basketball play. Never seems hurried or rushed. I've been enjoying watching him play this first half for sure. And if you're Coach Spotswood, I guess the only thing you'll do is say to your young Spotswood is, hey, try to finish some of those nice moves to the basket and this lead to be a little greater, right?
And I'm sure the Bulls are going to try to be just as aggressive as they were the first half, because that really, I think that's what built their lead up. It took the Lakers a minute before they said, okay, I understand what time it is and let me start playing.
Absolutely. And I would expect, I don't know, I'm not sure if you agree, Coach, but I would expect Coach Monday to go right back to that lineup with Mason on the floor to start the half.
Yes.
kind of minimize that trapping that the Bulls started out in the beginning of the game that gave them some problems.
So, is there an advantage from your knowledge when a certain team have less players that they don't have to substitute as much?
That has been the hot topic of this rec season.
Yeah.
And there is no question that the team that has less than 10 has the advantage over the team that has a full squad of 10, because as we saw in that first half, Coach Foxwood has the advantage of never having to take young Chaz out of that game.
Correct. And you can clearly see there's an advantage there, but those are the rules.
They are now, but I know the rules committee is sitting down, and it's like I said, it's been a topic of concern this year for the last few years actually, and I think they're trying to come up with some ideas that will take that advantage away, where that one player may not be able to play two substitution periods in a row. And if he plays 2 in a row, he has to absolutely sit the next go around. That way it kind of levels the playing field a little bit. One of the other ideas was that was shot down immediately was letting the coach decide which player that other coach has to take out. Coaches didn't like that idea at all. I don't know if I blame them either.
Yeah, well, you know, coaches are human beings, and they're going to try to get whatever little bit of advantage they can. Man.
Absolutely.
All right, so we got Mason back on the court, starting at the home guard for Justin Williams.
Oh, good pass. Good defense too, coach. There we go. Back on the floor. These kids are hustling.
Mason, what a play. You know, he's stronger than what he looks too, it looks like.
Yes, very under control basketball player. Got to pick and roll up high.
Nice rebound.
Very nice, and he draws the foul.
Dominique Charles.
Oh, they got a jump ball on that one, coach.
You know, the first half, Dominique Charles was a very important player on the inside, and he looks like he's picking right back up.
Absolutely.
Close that. We'll take that.
Nice look here, coach.
Go, Justin, go!
Justin Williams, here we go. Justin Williams gets fouled by Chaz Spockwood.
He did a good job getting his body on him and going towards the basket to draw that foul.
I think what Chaz has to do sometimes when a player has the advantage like that, sometimes you just got to let it go.
Because the last thing these Bulls want is Spotswood in foul trouble.
Yes, yes. So the Lakers trying to make a run here. It's a 5-point game now, and
Coach Monday would have liked to see those 2 free throws go in.
yes. You know, as a coach, you know how important free throws are.
It's amazing. It's amazing how many great games have come down to free throws and layups.
Straight up!
Aaliyah playing very, very tough basketball. Dude.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Cameron Giles and Xavier Altuve back it in a little bit. She slid it round.
Yes, she did, coach. There's your buddy Mason again.
That was a great play by Mason.
Those are one of those fouls I think the coach would take, because that looked like it was a definite layup coming.
Yes. I think the Lakers has found something in having Mason run the point, and he's getting in the paint and he's making plays. It'll be interesting to see how the Bulls try to stop that.
It's a tale of 2 halves. Bulls came out hot to start the game, and it looks like the Lakers are matching that start here in the second half.
Yes.
Big free throw there by Chaz Spotswood. Get them back on the board for the half.
Mason again. That's like 3 in a row. He's done that.
He's heating up, coach.
You would think that the Bulls gonna say, hey, we gotta stop this kid. Great pass.
Yeah, the Lakers have definitely turned up the level of intensity here in this second half.
Like Cameron Giles, who put the ball on the ground. That's exactly the point you were making in the first half.
Mason again.
4 times. They gotta try to find a way to stop
Got a
him.
tie ball game. Mason 4 straight baskets.
Pass.
Good job.
Great pass.
Yeah, I think that Spotswood will need a lot of liquid, coach. He hasn't seen a minute on the bench yet.
Correct. And Charles is really playing strong inside. And what I really like about Charles, and it was the point you made, when he gets it, he's going straight up. He's not looking to put it on the ground.
Yes, he does a good job. And uses his body well to seal off the defender and give his guard a nice passing angle.
Yep. So we got a one. You know what? I'm sorry. I didn't even see it. Offensive charge. We got a 1-point game here. Looks like the Lakers are really trying to get things going here.
Aaliyah, on the right side. Oh, Hadi, side over. Stay there, man. Stay there.
Chaz Spotswood, he's
Hadi, step up.
looking at everything.
Nice offensive rebound. Another
Hey,
one.
good job.
Like how he kept that ball above his head, coach. He didn't get the results he wanted, but that was a great attempt.
Man, the Bulls are fighting though, man, I tell you.
Here's that 3-minute mark. Substitution.
So we're midway through the third quarter with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left to go. The Bulls are winning 19-18. They just made their 3-minute substitution, and we'll see what happens here. The Lakers keep Mason Lamont in the game. He didn't make it. Great hustle.
These kids are fighting with all they got tonight, coach.
Great look.
I like his floor awareness.
Overtime. It is.
Had it on the wrong side, coach.
All right, so now we have Dominique Charles at the line. He's a 6th grade honor roll student at Cooktown High School. He also plays football and enjoys video games. You know, Coach, sometimes kids got to stay at that line. They try to move from that line so quickly. Great hustle.
Can't say enough about the way these kids are fighting for this game and the effort that they're giving their coaches.
Yes. Chaz Spotswood coming down, taking a look at what he has. Lakers in a 1-2-2.
I love how he just split that defense up top.
That's a great play. You know, you never should be able to drive against a zone, right, Coach?
Absolutely not. That's the purpose of the zone, isn't it, coach?
That is a very frustrating thing for a coach, right?
But that is one of the disadvantages or the challenges of that 1-2-2.
Yeah.
You don't have that guy in the middle, and the weak side has to get in there and
Yes.
stop that penetration, which they didn't do in that case.
You know what happens a lot of times, Coach? Players go to where the player with the ball is versus where he wants to go and cut off that angle. And when you go to where the player is, you end up chasing the ball because the offensive player is just going to drive to the hole.
Absolutely, Coach. Absolutely.
So we have number 1, Jacob Lopez re-entering the game. Great pass. It's amazing how he's trying to get everyone involved and he's just making the right play. Lopez with the rebound.
Chaz again with that head up, Coach. Gets another layup for that Bulls team. Coach Monday says we need a timeout here, Coach, to talk this over.
I think the Lakers, they have to get back and start covering the bigs down low because spots where he's just going to pick them apart.
He's looking like Tom Brady out there finding the open man, Coach.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And again, it's just a classic example of the defender's ball watching.
Yeah.
Everybody's watching the
Yeah.
guy with the ball. They're losing sight of their man.
Yes.
And the Lakers players are doing a great job by cutting to the basket because it seems like they know Spotswood's going to find them if they're open.
Correct. What a game. What an atmosphere. Here we are, 26-18.
Nice run by that Bulls team right now, but I got to say,
Because it seemed like the score was just tied
it was just tied a second ago, and I tell you, these are two very well-coached teams. It's been a very good ebb and flow of this game where one team goes on a run, the other team withstands it, then they'll come back and go on their run. You can't ask for anything more. These guys are fighting. I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing out there.
I think the Bulls have come up with a scheme to stop Mason from driving down the middle when he scored 4 baskets in a row.
Yes, very good adjustment. That was a very good look there that they got over there for the Lakers. There he is again, Coach. Head never goes down.
Yeah.
I tell you, when you have a point guard that's just setting the pace, keeping his head up, it puts a lot of pressure on your defense.
It's amazing. It's amazing. A point guard can easily control the game. Spotwood again. Under control.
Nice job. Nice use of his pivot foot there. And another good pass to an open man down low. And there's Charles again, Coach.
Charles has been a very key component to them, especially underneath the way he uses his body.
I love watching him catch and finish without ever putting that ball on the floor.
They're going to boy Mason Lamont getting into the paint again.
But you don't have time to celebrate, Coach, because Spotswood's coming right back.
That has to be like 4 or 5 in a row, correct?
You got to get back on transition defense. No rest for the weary out here. You got to get back on defense. Tell you, these Charles brothers are rebounding this ball. Mr. Chummy there. I tell you, Coach Monday is having a fit over here watching these guys get beat back on defense time and time again.
And you know what? That drives a coach crazy, right? Because that's just a matter of effort, right? You got to get back. I mean,
it's effort and it's focus.
Yeah.
You got to remember that there's 4 other people on the floor, not just the guy with the ball. And everybody is focusing on that ball handler. And I tell you, I am very impressed with how these Bulls are moving without the ball.
Yes.
And getting the spot so Chaz can find them. And all they got to do is catch it and put it right up.
But it goes back to the point guard. right?
All day.
Because even if those guys were moving, if the person with the ball isn't finding them, you know, you have nothing, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mason again.
I thought that went. They still got the football.
Great play.
I tell you, these teams won't go away. They just withstanding runs and trying to go up
Yes.
runs of their own.
Yes. So the end of the third quarter, we have an 8-point lead, 30-22. The Bulls are leading the Lakers.
And I tell you this, we got 3 officials out here on this championship game, which is not what you usually see in a rec game. Usually all season there's been 2 officials.
Yes.
Today they got 3 of the best
Yes.
officials
Yeah,
out
I
here.
agree.
And
I
you know
agree.
when the officials are doing a great job, Coach,
Listen.
when you don't mention them.
Yes. Very true. Very, very true.
And we haven't mentioned
Very
these
true.
officials all game long, and it seems like they're
Well,
doing a great job.
All 3 of them are high school officials, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And not just your normal high school, but they do big games.
They do. They do.
At the high school
And
level.
a lot of them have been officiating for a
Yes.
long time.
Yes.
And put in a lot of years here, even in this rec
Yes.
league. It's, you know, we talk about the coaches that volunteer and everything. The fact that you get high school refs taking time out to come and referee rec games, kudos to them as well.
Yes. And it's amazing how they try to talk to the kids and explain a certain play.
Yes, yes.
People don't realize that goes a long way.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, so let's see what Mason does here.
And it led to a travel. That's that classic mistake we were just talking about, catching that ball and putting it right on the floor.
I think the Lakers had more success with someone coming to set a screen for Mason and keeping the ball in his hands
I agree.
to
I
create
agree.
for others.
That's who I would want the ball, where I would want the ball at this time of the game. Fourth quarter crunch time. Got to get it in the hands of your best player.
That's true.
And that's one of those calls where the Lakers had possession and the Bulls didn't get into the front court quick enough. So they had to stop play because there's
Correct.
no pressing on the 5th, 6th grade level in Piscataway Recreation.
Jesse Williams.
I tell you, he's had a very stellar game today, Coach. As Brock tries to urge on the defense here,
Great shot by him, and they need it.
all in one fluid motion, catch and finish, textbook shot. I tell you, these Bulls are relentless on the offensive boards.
Mason, you got to box out. That's right. You got to box.
All right, so we have Jacob Lopez again at the foul line.
Trying to make this a 7-point game. If he can make both of these, give him a little bit of a cushion going
Yes.
down to the last 5 minutes of the ball game. He really does. Really does. It's been interesting quarter. See how the coaches play it now that they can sub as they feel.
Bulls get the rebound. Mason Lamort again.
Nice look. Can't play with that ball when you got that young spot split on defense. Mason puts the pressure on you too, Coach.
Yeah, he does. He's one of those players that's under control. He plays at his own pace. He don't allow anyone to speed him up.
And he doesn't mind the contact. He
Yeah.
doesn't mind bouncing
Yeah.
off a couple of
Correct.
bodies. Very sweet looking stroke over there at the foul line.
4 minutes and 46 seconds to go.
He stuck those 2 free throws like a veteran.
Absolutely. You can tell he's been there before, right?
But look, a good fake. Too bad.
Yes.
Did everything right on that, coach. It's unfortunate he couldn't get the result he wanted.
Trying to do his bigs aside, which is the right thing to do.
Nice rebound there by the big fella.
Jared, in on the elbow.
And pass aside.
Very good move. Very good move.
Charles. What a play. What a pass by Spotwood again.
And that was the one time today where he used the dribble to get his shot off, but he used it perfectly to set up the drop step.
Right.
Way to crash the boards there.
Look at that.
I'll tell you, you can't ask for anything more than hustle.
Michael Fournier. Michael's in the 5th grade. He's an excellent big man, still very raw, great length and athleticism for his age. The coaches say he has an unbelievable motor.
I see it. That was a great effort play right there. Missed the first one and went right back and got it.
Yes.
And drew the foul. These Bulls rebound the ball very well. Might have got away with a travel there, coach.
Yeah, it happens.
Tell you, these Lakers got to be careful. You can't let a team shoot and shoot and shoot. You got to limit them to one shot.
Look at, I think Mason's ready to go. He's like, I'm gonna get something that these guys are talking. Let me get in there.
Six-point game here, coaches. See who steps up down the stretch here.
Great defense there.
Great team defense. There he is again. There he is again.
What a play. What a call. It was the right call.
It was the right call. The fans don't like it, but the ref was absolutely making that call while he was still on the floor.
On 6, okay.
Our ref's trying to make sure everything is in order. Doing some little housekeeping here. Getting the fouls in check.
It was a great play there by Michael Fournier.
Very nice play there out of the baseline, out of bounds. I like him cutting to that open space. You know, you see your kids every day. When your man turns his head from you, you gotta move.
That's
and
right.
so many guys will stand in that spot and let their defender turn their head and not make them pay for it. And he made them pay right there.
That was a great play by him.
I tell you, these kids are making some very good free throws down the stretch here.
They're not thinking twice. They're going to the line and stroking it with a ton of confidence.
It's fun. Ice water in the veins, they say, coach. Yep, little movement there, and he got the violation. Tough call there, tough spot. 5-point game with 3 minutes to go, coach. Fourth quarter. It is.
I tell you, man.
Every minute it gets tighter and tighter.
Every possession is critical. Great pass.
Very unfortunate bounce.
I thought he had a wide open shot there. I know he wish he had that one back again.
I agree.
Jared, watch out. Watch the cut. Get in front.
I tell you, you gotta love watching the coaches get so much energy on the sidelines.
And it becomes contagious, Rico.
Yes, it does.
You know, the kids, they feed off of that.
Absolutely.
Great defense there. Justin Williams again calls it a turnover.
I think Mason got away with one there. That was a little risky
Yes.
of the pass there.
So we're shooting now, Coach, which is always a good thing, right? Because now you want to tell your team, if you're the coach of the Lakers, everybody be super aggressive because you know you're going to the line on every foul.
Absolutely. Everything should be going towards the basket from here on out. He's just made 3 straight
Yes.
all net
He's stroking it with confidence.
free throws here in the fourth quarter with
Yes.
under 3 minutes to go in a tight ball game. Very impressive.
You can tell he put a lot of time in practicing because it's short.
Like you said before, right to the line with confidence, didn't expect nothing but what he got. 2 baskets. Uh-oh. Looks like the Lakers are turning up that defensive intensity.
Well, we got a 3-point game here, and every possession is critical. Typically, in times like this, if you're the coach, you want the ball in your best player's hands, right?
Especially when you're in the bonus.
Correct. And maybe not your best player, but at least a player who's going to run the play that you want. Not turn the ball over.
I don't think that's the shot Coach was hoping for there. But if he drew a foul, or did we have a jump ball here, Coach? Looks like a jump ball.
Okay, boys, 2 minutes and 18 seconds. This is crucial here.
Wow.
Where's the weak side?
Good rebound.
There you go.
Good rebound.
Yes.
There he goes. Very nice. Under control move to the bucket. Just what the Lakers needed. Finds the open man on the baseline. Comes up short, but there he is again. Charles with another offensive rebound putback, Coach. I can't tell you how impressed I am, but he does not put that ball on the floor.
Grab it. Let's go. Let's go.
Charles has made some big plays in this game. Nice Euro step.
Nice Euro step. Too bad, though. I think Spotswood would like them to slow it down here and run some clock with this 3-point lead.
Yes.
Little quick shot there from Charles, I felt.
Coach Spotswood, you know, whenever you're a coach and your son is playing for you.
How do you like it, Coach? Fouling the 3-point shooter. We got a tie ball game with 45 seconds left.
Jared Mondesir. Wow, 5th grader. The coach said that when he is clicking, they are a hard team to beat.
He knows what he's talking about because right now he's going to the line with a chance to give his team the lead for the first time in this game.
Yes, what a play. What a play. Tie ball game with 40 seconds. Let's see what Spotswood does here. Nice pass in the landing. Oh, come on, still. You got Mason.
And we got it down. We got Coach Mundy calling for one shot, but Mason didn't look like he was trying to call that ball up. So Coach said, "Give me the TO."
Whoa, what a great game here, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you, You really could not ask for anything more.
You cannot. When you look at the referees out here and the expressions on their face,
Yes.
they know they're watching a classic and
Yes.
refereeing a classic.
Without a question.
And everybody in this building right now knows that they're witnessing an awesome championship game with two
Absolutely.
5th and 6th grade teams going at it with all they got.
Absolutely.
You cannot ask for a better championship game, Coach.
I agree with you.
I'm just honored to be here watching it, talking about it with you because, man, this is a fun basketball game to watch.
And I'm sure all the people at home watching is enjoying it just as much as we are here.
I don't know how much they enjoying us, Coach, but I know they enjoying this game. 26.7 seconds left. Let's see what Coach Mundy drew up in that timeout.
You think Monday will hold it and take the last shot?
I gotta say, I don't know about you, Coach, but in this situation, I want to be the last. I want to take the last shot.
Great hustle. You see him dive on the floor for that ball?
Tell me these kids don't want this game, Coach. And see, and we were just talking about it. 26 seconds left. In that situation, you want to either win it or we go into overtime.
Perfect example, Coach.
But you take the shot too early, now you got to get a stop, and there's plenty of time.
And now they're going, the Bulls are going to the line to shoot a 1-1-1. Now, I thought they were going to shoot a 1-1. So it wasn't a foul, it was just a loose ball and was out of bounds. So now,
Down to 10 seconds. They got to go, Coach. It's 9 seconds left. You got to get this up.
great move.
Let me tell you. How could you act? Could it have ended any better? Could it have?
Under control. Spotwood knew exactly how much time was left.
And it was an excellent move by him,
Yes.
where it looked like he was going to dribble the clock out, and he makes a sharp move down the lane. And once again, nobody there to stop him. And they're very fortunate that ball rolled off the rim there.
Absolutely, Rico.
But you know what? If you're going to watch an overtime game, these are the two teams you want to watch because this has been enjoyable.
Yes.
It's one of those games you don't want to see end.
Exactly. And it's amazing because the Lakers, man, they were down early and they just kept fighting.
They got their first lead with 2 minutes
Yeah.
left in this ball.
Right. You're right.
And I think Foyer had a lot to do with the comeback. His motor down under the basket,
Yes.
that three-pointer and the foul.
That was a huge shot there, I tell you.
But
About timing.
you know, and you can give a lot of credit to Mason in this second half for setting the tone.
Yes.
And it looks like Monday gave the Bulls a little bit of their own medicine
Yes.
and
Yes.
left him in from start to
Yes.
finish of that
Yes.
second half, and it paid dividends for him.
Absolutely.
But you know, the silent guy here that's just played a fundamentally sound game, and he's not the one making all the exciting baskets, but that Williams guy has been an unsung hero for them Lakers today.
You know, his size really is effective, and when he plays at the top of that zone, it really gives Spotwood. It gives him a lot of problems.
And you know that they respect his defensive effort. That's why they're running
Yes.
that high pick and roll
Yes.
every time they try to keep him off the ball.
Very true. There Mason go again.
Nice move. You know, this is the time where the best players rise up.
Yes. And it's not to say that the other players aren't good. It's just that, you know, in sports, you've been around. Certain players rise to the occasion. And if you're a team player and you want the team to win, that's what you want.
Absolutely. You know, in this situation, Coach, you would like to see a guy go to the line and just slow it down a little bit. 2 dribbles and a quick shot. You want to see him look at that rim for at least 2 to 3 seconds, take a deep breath, and drill it.
Correct. It appears that Mason's feet were too wide when he's shooting the ball,
Yeah.
and
A lot of movement in between the dribble and the shot. There he is again. Foyer with another steal. Bulls very fortunate there. Good front, good fake, good up fake there. Too bad.
What a play by Williams.
Spotswood, Coach Spotswood very upset. No foul call was made just there.
You can't blame the coaches. You want to see the coaches get as excited as possible because you can see the kids are feeding off of it.
Absolutely. A lot on the line out here.
Yeah.
That beautiful championship trophy is sitting right there at the end of the table. I don't know, Coach. I think the ref anticipated that call because he never put it back on the floor.
Right. Yes. Spotswood again.
Forced out with Mason with a great defensive play.
Great pass.
Game still tied here. Minute and 50 seconds left in the overtime.
Spotswood again.
I tell you, you gotta like how he crosses half court. Unbelievable shot right there.
Low pass on that very important jump shot there. Great rebound.
Boyer, good job. Oh! I tell you, he's been a force on the glass here in this last part of the fourth quarter into this overtime.
You know, Jared is between him and Michael Foyer, they're doing a great job on the boards.
Absolutely, absolutely. But you like that last basket by the Bulls. You know, Spotswood crosses half court. He surveys the court, finds the open guy, hits him
Yes.
in a perfect spot. He rises up and drills it. Coach is still getting players in.
Isaiah Abdullah comes in. Abdullah is he enjoys playing basketball, soccer, and his PlayStation. He's in a big moment now.
Yes, he is. But I like the coaches giving every kid an opportunity to experience this moment.
And that's what the Recreation League is about.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, it's important to win, but it's not everything.
It's not everything at this level at all.
Spotswood, man,
I think that's one of his rare bad decisions of the day right there.
and it wasn't a bad pass. It's just that the receiver wasn't looking, I guess.
Good job, Landon Cruz. Oh, he missed it, buddy. Good hustle, Williams. Got a 1-point game with 45 seconds.
Again.
Oh, on the line. Lakers ball. Lakers ball down one with 41.7 seconds. Got a feel for this Landon Cruz, coach.
Gonna put the ball in. Whose hands are they gonna put it in?
Landon
Williamson coming across.
got a double screen.
Setting the screen for him.
The defense here. Got an open man. He gets the roll. He gets the roll. Spotswood calls a timeout. 20.8 seconds.
Wow, Michael, what a big shot that was.
He's been a big player down the stretch here.
Wow.
He's been very active. These kids are breathing heavy. They've been fighting all day. And we got 20 seconds left, and it looks like they got more fight in them.
Yes, without a question, man.
I tell you, I was starting to say earlier, you got Landon Krusek over here, and the coach is being real careful with him. You heard him asking him if he needed him to call a timeout to let him breathe. Landon just came from an AAU tournament this morning where he played 2 games and rushed from that game to get here in time to help his team win here. And right now he's on the floor with a 20.8 seconds left, and probably possibly delivering the championship to his rec team.
And you know, it's amazing how important AAU basketball is, because these kids can play 3-4 games in a day.
And they just never get tired. Remember those days, Coach?
I can't remember that part, but yes, a long time ago. You're right. All right, so we got Justin Williams up at the top of the board.
Grab it, grab it, grab it.
Lopez.
Good take. Good find.
Oh,
Too bad. Gotta travel and staying with the ball.
All right, Lakers are called for a travel. 5.7 seconds left, Coach. The Bulls are down 1. They're giving it to their best player. And
He throws the foul.
good.
Now, was he fouled shooting a 3 or was he inside the 3-point? He's getting 3 shots, Coach. With 2.3 seconds left, Spotswood, who's been everything for the Bulls tonight, is going to the line with a chance to put his team ahead and possibly bring home the championship.
It's amazing his awareness of the time and the situation and knowing that I got to create something.
And he gets the first. Coach, we might be in for a longer day than we thought. If he can't make these next 2, we may be looking at double overtime.
I agree, Coach.
The next one's the tough one, Coach.
This is a big one.
This is the big one. As the 7th graders are in the bleachers anticipating their turn to get out here, the 7th and 8th graders
out here, Coach, right?
have to get, and they do a good job. Got a jump ball. And we're going to another overtime, Coach.
What an amazing game.
The basketball gods must agree with us because they're saying we don't want either one of these guys to lose.
Yes.
They're gonna have us here all night, Coach.
Yes, you got Lance Jarrett Mondesen. You got kids crying, coming off the floor. I mean, just giving it everything that they have, Rico.
It's amazing.
You gotta believe that it doesn't get much better than
I don't
this, sir.
think it does. This has to be one of the better rec championship games
in
that
a
I've
long
witnessed
time.
in a
Yes,
long time.
Yes.
These kids will never forget this day.
Never. Coach Brock and his assistants, man, it's amazing how they're just keeping the guys focused and trying to pump them up.
You got to give them credit. I mean, they came out here, they took the best punch from the Bulls, they withstood the runs,
Yes.
and they fought their way back,
Yes.
and now they don't want to go away. But I tell you, that was a great play again by Chaz to draw that foul and prevent his team from going down, because that was a very desperation heave, and we were at 2 seconds. If he doesn't get the foul call, this game's over.
Now Chaz has to have a short memory and forget about those
Absolutely.
foul shots
Absolutely.
that he missed.
Absolutely. How live it is in this gym here, Coach. The floor is shaking.
Yeah. The YMCA in Piscataway.
Feels like we're in Madison Square Garden watching the Knicks.
Mason coming down with it.
He got a good look.
Spotswood.
Yes, he did. Very questionable call there, but I think he might have made the right call, Coach.
Yeah, you hate to see that because it's not because of lack of effort.
get there. Get over here.
Tough shot there.
Tough.
I think that's another topic that the rule committee is going to look at on the off season, whether to let these guys stretch out the defense in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yes, I think that's a very good call there. Because, you know, that could change the game.
Absolutely.
That could change it.
And as you'll see in the next game, where they're allowed to pick up full court, it makes a great impact on this game.
Yes. He's bringing the ball up. You got Mason to his right. Mason set the screen. Mason gets the ball.
Nice play.
Pass.
Nice play, coach. Very nice execution by the Lakers.
Wow, Landon. Turn shot.
You gotta like that. The dribble handoff, he takes it and he turns the corner, sucks in the defense, kicks it to a wide open Landon, who delivers the bucket.
Justin Williams with the hands. Oh. That looked like it was off of Justin Williams
I
there.
thought it was,
Yeah.
and I think the refs are gonna get it right, and they're gonna have a conference, and they're gonna get the call right. Very great job right there by the officials.
We had that rebound. We had that.
It was a tough call, but you want the call to be.
You want the right call to be made. You like them coming together,
Yes.
putting the pride aside,
Yes.
saying, look, I got a better look at it, no problem.
Yes.
Let's make the right call here. Each possession is too valuable not to get the right call.
Without a question. It really is, Coach.
Middle, watch middle, watch middle. Stay with him, Justin.
Spotswood, here we go. Lopez.
Oh, nice
Hands up,
look.
hands up.
Great
Yes,
pass inside. Goal.
Gotta let him cross
Mason,
first.
here we go. Mason in the middle.
Got two
There's
on
no
him.
screen there.
Good hustle.
Mud hustle, man. That's great hustle. Minute and 32 seconds left, Coach. We still have a
Nice timeout there by Coach.
Yeah.
I think that was a very good timeout right there.
Lakers up 2 with a minute and 20 seconds left.
As you see these 7th and 8th grade parents starting to file into the gym, looking up, saying, what's going on? We're supposed to be warming up right
Correct,
now. They
correct.
don't know what they've been missing. This is a heck of a ball game.
I agree. I agree. And again, I really have to give props to the mayor, the council, John and Brock, the way that the recreation department put on this here. And this is all free.
All free.
You know, Rico, any other town you go to, all of these things cost money. And it's
Absolutely.
amazing how so many sports is offered in Piscataway at a younger age that's free.
I talk to so many of my buddies throughout the state, and we talk about Pop Warner football and how our parents don't have to put money into the program, and they're complaining about in their town they got to pay $500, $600, $700 to get their kids on the field,
Very true.
and that's not the case here
Not
in
the case
Piscataway.
here. You know, you gotta love Piscataway. Oh, that's a foul. Wow. Chaz Spotswood on the push of Justin Williams. I think it's a 1-and-1.
And did Spotswood just get his 5th foul, Coach?
Yes. Oh, wow. Wow. Gotta give him a hand.
Team fouls.
Oh, wow. This is going to be tough on the Bulls. Somebody's going to have to step up.
Right now, we're in double bonus, so every foul now for the Lakers is 2 shots.
Wow.
The Bulls, probably best player, just fouled out of the game, Coach. Who do the Bulls turn to now?
I think we're going to find out, Luke. I tell you, can you be any more impressed with this young man who has just went on the line,
Yes.
4th quarter in overtime, and I think that was his 5th or 6th straight free throw. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And it's been without question. Solid shooting on that foul line by that young man.
Part of the rim, Coach. It's
All
just going
day.
right in.
All day.
Lopez. Mason.
You gotta think with Chaz Spotswood being on the bench, this is almost an insurmountable comeback for the Bulls.
I think the Bulls should try to do a little trapping here, right? To speed the game up or make something happen.
They got to create a turnover in the best way possible. Not a bad look by Mason. What a tough rebound.
Yes. Justin Williams.
I tell you. The way these Lakers are attacking the glass, you got to know they're starting to taste it, Coach. They're trying to seal it and get home with this championship.
Justin Williams with the ball.
Very solid play. Very heady play.
Just hold it.
Big Fourier got a little
and a foul.
there.
I think that's a shooting foul, Coach.
Look at this young fella. Motions everywhere.
Yes.
Jared Mondesir took that in-advised three. I think Coach Brock is trying to tell him to hold the ball.
Right. And it's a great learning experience.
Absolutely. Somebody needs to reassure the kid. 23 seconds left, and you're up 5 points. You're okay.
Yes.
It's okay.
And what Coach Brock is telling them, their next play mentality.
That's absolutely right. All they need to do is hold the ball and run the clock out.
I thought that should have been 2 shots. I thought it was 10 fouls, double bonus.
I know that the Lakers were in the double bonus. I wasn't sure if the Bulls were.
Mason looked like he's been there before.
Yes, he does. What a great championship performance by these young guys, by these officials, these coaches, this crowd. This was an absolute amazing experience for these young men, and unfortunately, the Bulls came out on the short end of the stick. Wow. But I tell you, I've never seen 2 teams give what these 2 teams gave today.
Just amazing.
I tell you, these guys can leave with their heads high and their chest out.
Without a question.
There is nothing for them to be ashamed of.
Not at all. What an amazing game. So the final score, the Lakers 43 and the Bulls 38.
In double overtime. Amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah, exactly, Mayor. The mayor just sharing with us how exciting it is to get a double overtime game like this. And this amazing facility.
You got it? No?
The coaches did an amazing job here today. It's just absolutely gorgeous.
Amazing. Amazing.
I think the 7th and 8th grade game is going to give us this type of excitement.
Let me tell you, I can't see how any game can top the one we just watched.
I agree. It's going to be hard to top this. It really is, Rico.
It is, but I know they're eager to try.
Absolutely. Absolutely.